please subscribe my channel. I still recall the moment my phone vibrated that night, as clear as if it was yesterday. My name is Ethan, 35, and I thought I understood everything about my life, about my wife, Sarah, and the comfortable routine we had created over the past 8 years. We shared a calm kind of love, the type that made others say, "You two are great together." And I truly believed it. The evening began like any normal one. I got home from work, worn out but glad to see Sarah singing softly in the kitchen, cutting up vegetables for supper. Our small apartment in Brooklyn smelled of garlic and basil, our favorites. I put my bag on the couch, gave her a fast kiss, and asked how her day went. She smiled, that smile that always warmed my heart. Dinner went by with light chat. We laughed about a funny email she received at work and our dog Max sneaking bits under the table. After tidying up, we sat on the couch with cups of tea. I picked up my phone to look at messages, and then it rang, an unknown number. I paused, looking at Sarah without thinking. She did not notice. I answered, "Hello." My voice sounded calmer than I felt. A deep, strange voice said, "Ethan, ask your wife where she was last night." I stopped breathing for a second, my heart pounding. "Who is this?" I whispered, my thoughts spinning, but the call ended with only silence. I looked at my phone, shock twisting in my gut. I glanced at Sarah, who was looking at her phone, totally unaware of the worry building inside me. I wanted to ask her right away, but my mouth felt dry. My mind was confused. How could anyone know? Or worse, what if it was true? A few minutes later, I tried to ignore it, even laugh about it, but I could not. That call felt like a dark cloud over my well-planned life. That night, I hardly slept, hearing the soft tick of our wall clock, thinking if I should talk to her in the morning. The next day, Sarah went to work early. I stayed home, acting like I was doing some paperwork, but my thoughts were elsewhere. Around noon, I got another message. No number shown, just simple words. "Do you really know her, Ethan?" A cold feeling ran through me. I could barely breathe. I wanted to yell and get answers, but instead I replied, "Who is this? What do you mean?" Hours went by. No answer. When Sarah came home, I watched her closely, searching for any sign. Pause. Guilt looking away. Nothing. Or maybe it was all there, hidden. That evening, while drinking tea, I tried normal talk, but my mind kept going back to the messages and the caller. Was Sarah keeping a secret, or was I worrying too much? I decided to ask lightly, trying to sound relaxed. "Sarah, last night, did you go out with coworkers?" She laughed gently, a bit quickly. "I just stayed late at work, Ethan. You know how busy it gets." Her reply should have been fine, but something in her voice, the way she did not look at me, made my heart ache. For the first time in years, I saw that trust, something I never doubted, could feel weak, like glass ready to break. The next day, I could not let it go. I asked a close friend, Ryan, if he had seen Sarah the night before. Ryan's face turned pale. I think she was at a party," he said quietly. My heart sank and real fear began. Questions I never thought I'd ask filled my head. Who was she with? Why hide it from me? Was our marriage just pretend? Right then, I knew I had to take charge before doubt took over. If you connect with Ethan's feelings, please like this video to help this story reach others who might feel the same. That night, I chose to watch and wait, to notice things without rushing. I told myself panic would only make things worse. But in bed, every creak of the floor, every phone alert, every shadow from the streetlight seemed louder, like the world was hiding things from me. Max curled up next to me, feeling my worry, and put his head on my chest. I petted his fur, seeking comfort in his familiar warmth and steady breaths. But then my phone vibrated again, another unknown number, and I knew this was not finished. Share your ideas in the comments below. What would you do if you were Ethan? Your thoughts help the story. The next call came right before I left for work. Another unknown number. I waited a moment but answered. "Ethan," the voice said, calm but serious. "Ask your wife where she was last night." My heart raced. My hand shook. I wondered if I should ask Sarah now, or wait for real proof. I chose to wait, get facts first, avoid drama. That evening, Sarah came home humming lightly, but I noticed a small tightness in her shoulders that was new. She put down her bag, gave me a quick kiss on the cheek, and went to the kitchen. I followed, my thoughts racing. "Did you go out last night?" I asked gently, keeping it neutral. Sarah paused, her eyes opening wider for a moment. Then, staying calm with no sign of upset, she said, "I told you, Ethan. I stayed late at work." Her words made my stomach turn. I felt like I had run into a wall of lies. I did not reply right away, just nodded, acting like I believed her. But later on the couch, looking at the messages from the stranger, I knew I could not ignore it. I needed proof. I needed the truth. My life felt upside down. Over the next few days, I quietly watched. Every message, every call, every small reason Sarah gave seemed bigger. Then one afternoon, a neighbor, Emily, called me over. "Ethan, I saw Sarah at a rooftop party in Williamsburg last night. You should know." My heart fell. A wave of hurt and anger rose. It was no longer just worry. It was real. My mind went blank. I did not want to shout or fight. I wanted clear answers. That night, I spoke to her softly. "Sarah, I know about the rooftop party. Can we talk?" She sighed, her shoulders dropping like she was caught gently. "Ethan, I did not mean to lie. I needed some space, some freedom, you know." So many feelings hit me at once. Pain, shock, anger, but also understanding. I had loved her, trusted her, and now I questioned everything. But I knew I had to stay calm. Type truth in the comments if you think Ethan should talk to Sarah calmly or wait for more details. I decided to step back, let the quiet of the night help, and then said gently, "Sarah, I need honesty. From now on, no more lies, no more secrets. We either fix this or face what comes." She looked at me, tears in her eyes for the first time, showing her true feelings. I saw then that this was not only about the party or the caller. It was about trust, respect, and the base of our life together. The next morning, we sat with coffee. I asked kindly but firmly about her feelings, her plans, and what she wanted for us. Sarah admitted she had felt trapped, overwhelmed by daily routines, and she had made wrong choices in looking for freedom without talking to me. We spoke for hours. No yelling, no blaming, just honest words, truth, and trying to understand. And though we never learned who the caller was, those calls had pushed us toward the openness we both needed, but had avoided. Share the story with someone who might understand Ethan's struggle. True feelings should be shared and talked about. By the end of the week, things started to change a little. We began leaving little notes for each other, small acts of kindness, not big shows, but real efforts. The stress lessened, replaced by careful hope. I see now that sometimes life surprises, unknown calls, hidden truths are not meant to hurt, but to wake us up. Comment below. Do you think Ethan and Sarah can fully rebuild their trust? Let's talk about how honesty affects relationships. Weeks later, I found myself smiling again at Sarah's cute habits, at Max's playful tricks, and even at Emily's friendly jokes. Life was not perfect, but it was honest. And for the first time in a while, the heavy worry lifted a bit. The calls stopped. And though I never found out who made them, it did not matter anymore. What mattered was the truth we decided to face together, or apart if needed. If you liked Ethan's story, like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more tales about love, trust, and life surprises. That night, as I lay in bed listening to Sarah's gentle breathing beside me, I learned something deep. Life brings unknowns, strangers might step in, and love can be challenged in unexpected ways. But clear thinking, honesty, and calm steps, these are what keep a relationship strong through tough times. And for Ethan, for Sarah, for all of us, that was enough to begin again.